What is going on? It's your boys, Michael,
And,
or as our friends like to call me, Woof.
and my name's Miguel, and they like to call me Logic.
Yep, and I'm sure with that you can know that we're Woof Logic, and we're about to get this going. We're about to get this new pod started. It's our first episode. We've been wanting to do this for a minute. It's been a long time coming. We just want to give you guys our personalities and give you little rave stories, EDM stories, and what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, we just want to talk about because we never really get an opportunity to talk about ourselves. Usually, you just see the nice pictures or music, and just the videos, but you never really get to see like our personal side. And I think we're pretty cool people,
Yeah,
or at least they think I am.
yeah, we're more than just Instagram models, some fine ass foos and beaner foos. But yeah, this is our first episode. We might change stuff around, angles, backdrop. This backdrop's for sure changing. This is my girl's, but we're just using it for now. But yeah, I mean, fuck, who would have thought the most the most monotone rebel news anchors starting a pod. That's one thing we used to get a lot of shit for in high school is that we're fucking so quiet. And I remember when Miguel was when he was an anchor
Yeah,
for our school news. I remember I had a teacher. He would always like roll his eyes hard as fuck every time it was him on, because
the
we always rotated.
the amount of like fucking people that would tell me that their teachers would give me shit because of how I sounded on the TV. I'm like, well, fuck y'all are fucking getting shit salaries.
Bro, when you were hosting, that's how you knew it was the day to sleep through the episode.
Man,
That was nap time right there.
fuck all those folks.
Nah, but yeah, I was an anchor as well. I did it for like a semester. I mean, it was whatever. I mean, it gives me practice. That's actually how we met. We met a time before with our
Yeah.
friend Johnny. You could say that story.
Because I met Johnny first, and I forget it was like some weird freshman class that our high school used to make us take. Like everyone takes it when they're freshmen, and I met him there. He was a weird dude, but we got along pretty well. We both liked EDM a lot. I showed him how to well, the reason I like because he asked me one day to go over his house because I was really big into gloving because I was too fat to fucking shuffle. So, so I was like, fuck it, I'll glove, I'll do light shows. And he wanted to do it too because this fool just can't fucking shuffle for shit. So then I went to his house and then I showed him like some of the websites you can buy stuff. And then after that, he's like, hey, you want to go over to my friend's Michael's house who lived like literally the like street over? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And
We
then
didn't even go to my house, huh? No, we just stayed at Johnny's, I think.
yeah,
Or did you go to my house? I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no. I went out. I went to your house. But I don't remember going inside
Oh,
because we went up, we walked over, and then we chopped it up for a bit, and that's what I was like, Johnny, I gotta go home.
yeah, that was like a one-time thing. I don't like honestly, I didn't even remember your name. It was like a one-off. It was like, "Hi,
Yeah,
I'll never see you again." And then we saw each other in high school. We met in our TV production class. So we've always been like creatives. We've always been making content to a certain degree,
yeah,
music videos, commercials, lyric videos, and just natural vlogs. We did vlogs with our friends before, and we're actually gonna start that again soon. Pretty much like vlogs or different types of content. We're going under Maple Alley, so keep an eye out for that. It's coming soon. I don't know exactly when yet, but we already got a couple of videos made.
yeah. They're pretty funny ones.
Yeah, that's another side of us. So we got the videos coming, starting this new podcast coming. It's gonna be a big year for sure.
Yeah,
More music, of course, and if you like techno, if you know, you know, we got that going.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, outside of that one time we met, we had TV class. So when we are in TV, that's where I would see him here and there. And like, did we have the same class? Like same?
yeah. Like my senior year, like damn near all my periods were just TV because like you were only required to take like two classes at that point, and
Yeah.
like the rest I feel was just TV electives because that's what I thought I wanted to do.
I
So I
mean,
was
yeah, bro. Like literally, like even if we weren't in that class, we're still like in that class. We're still
yeah, like
hiding there, and we'll spend our lunches in there. Like we're just and there's this little back room where we just fucked around and played like loud ass music, fucking banging on the cabinets, making beats.
you would make flyers for parties.
Oh yeah, I'll make the flyers over there, or we'll make like thumbnails for videos, like Jonathan with his Bugatti story.
Oh my god, that shit
That
funny.
song that says "I woke up in a new Bugatti" and they put a Lamborghini. Fucking dumbass.
And he swears like it's on purpose. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
bitch. You're
my boy gets butthurt every time we bring it up, but yeah, that's pretty much essentially where we met. From outside of that, I think we just started hanging out, making videos, and then we went to that's how we got close. Is we went to EDC together.
Yeah, honestly, because like me and him were like we're cool, like we're buddies, but we weren't like close. But then I remember you and your ex at the time, you're like, hey, we're gonna go to EDC, and I was like, I never been. I always wanted to go. I was too young to go when it was in LA, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going. Like I told my mom, buy my ticket to EDC, and she bought it for me. And honestly, like it was life changing.
Yeah, I mean, cause I dead ass, I didn't even know when tickets went on sale. I just knew I was gonna go that year,
Yeah,
and before you knew it, like tickets were already going on sale, and I was like, fuck, I don't have money for this shit right now. So I remember my ex girlfriend, I think her dad bought us both our tickets. I mean, shout out to that guy. He was cool to me, but fuck that
yeah.
bitch.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, we went to EDC together 2015, and that for sure was just life changing. We weren't even making music at the time. I was just a DJ. I've been DJing since like 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
And then that's when we went to EDC. After I was like, dude, we for sure gotta do this. Like,
Yeah, I can't. I honestly, I can't even remember exactly how that very first conversation went. Like the earliest remember recollection I can think of is us sitting in the parking lot outside of Farmer Boys, like thinking of names. Like that's the earliest I can remember. But I don't remember
same.
the starting. Like, hey, let's do this together. I can't remember for the life of me.
Yeah, me neither. I'm pretty sure it was in text, and I wish I could fucking find those.
Yeah,
But what the fuck, I'm bleeding, crazy. But yeah, what's it called? So yeah, we're in we're in the parking lot of Farmer Boys trying to come up with names. I remember we brought up fucking troublemakers.
that was very close to being it. That was very close. It was Wolf Logic and then Troublemakers.
I think for sure we would have rebranded if we went with troublemakers.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it was Woof Logik. We went with that because we grabbed Woof out of subwoofer. And then I was just trying to come up with some random name that didn't make sense because I feel like a lot of those go off is like when you don't know what it is or it's its own thing. Because when you have like a common name, it's so hard when you go on Google. You just find
Yeah,
everything. You
there's
just
only
find
there's
yeah,
only one Wolf Logic. Although to this day, it's kind of annoying only because people think because they don't know where it comes from, so they always think for whatever reason they always think it's wolf, like a fucking wolf.
yeah,
Or whenever we're going shows, they put wolf, or they'll have like logic with a C. I'm like, nope,
yeah.
it's with the K. I'm like, damn, this fucking disrespect.
So yeah, we came up with the DJ stuff. I think we started making music what 2016.
Um, Around there, I cause so yeah, basically, cause like we started like Wolf Logic end of 2015, but we didn't really know like what how to go about it until like maybe like the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Cause then that's when we realized that okay, we need to start making music and this stuff. And so then that's when I went out and like bought out my laptop and from Best Buy, and then fucking fucked up my credit doing that.
We coming back though.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, I remember like thinking like before we started making music, I was like, all right, if DJ Blend could do it, I could do it. Just go off, go blow up without even making music. But nah, that's not how it works.
Yeah, but we didn't know. Like it wasn't until like we went to like there was this event company where we live that's like they were like, oh, if you need we're looking for DJs, promoters, this and that. And Michael saw it on Facebook, and I'm like, dude, let's go. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then
Mm-hmm.
we met from there. We met a bunch of like basically like small time artists and DJs around. They're all, and from there we kind of just like it kind of just clicked on us like, oh, we need to start making music.
Yeah, they had like group sessions of producing stuff like that. But yeah, ever since hopping into that event company, that's where we met like a lot of people. That's where we started learning like the whole backside of the music industry and like how to network. And we got our manager out of that just from the hard work ethic. And yeah, I mean, ever since then we were doing pretty good. I mean, we had our first goal pretty much was to get on Barong Family.
Yeah, that was like cause that was like main goal because like we looked up to everybody there. Like all the music they were putting out was just bangers after bangers. We like
Mm,
when we first saw Yellow Claw and Nocturnal, I'm like, damn, these fools are going fucking in. Like they just like everything they do, like they were doing, like we wanted to be a part of it.
yeah, yeah. I love the whole family part of it. You know, just freaking like I feel like that style of music they were putting up is exactly what we wanted it to be.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
and to this day too. Like now, like it's kind of changed a little bit on what kind of stuff they still put out cool stuff, but like back then it was just like Like literally all the songs they're doing, like that's something we could make.
Yeah, I feel like back in what in 2015, 2016, it was just about making some crazy like banger shit. Like,
Mhm.
now it's been a bit more commercialized, or like they're making a lot like of house music out there. Like it's pretty the big wave right now is house music.
Yeah, house or like no, it's actually just honestly just house. It's either house or you're in the dubstep.
Mm.
It's like those are the big things right now in the US scene.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We dabbled here and there with it, but I think we're sticking with the banger stuff.
Yeah, I'm. It's just like it's not that we don't because we make everything, but it's just like the dubstep stuff was super hard for us, and there honestly there's better people that do it. So like, if we just like all right, we just leave it to them, and we'll make house here and there, like if the mood comes, like if like the mood arises, or like if just if it happens organically. Like there's a couple house tracks we made, and I think they're pretty cool. But it's never something like, oh, let's make this the house track. It's just always a feeling. But we always just always end up going back to bangers because we fucking love bangers.
Hell yeah! If you go to our sets, if you catch our sets, little freaking bangers. Well, so what? I think I want to say we made music for
Basically since like 2016,
yeah, in the 2016, and then finally 2019 is when we landed the Barong Family release. It was the first one that came out on the Family Matters. Is it Family Matters?
Yeah, it was first Family Matters.
Yeah, it was first or second compilation they had where they just released singles of up and comer people, and yeah, we released a song called Eclipse with Kaku on there, and that right there was like, damn, we could really do this shit.
Yeah, and it was weird because the reason we even met Kaku was because our manager does promotion for like Spotify and all that stuff, and so he was talking to him about it, and he was like, "Hey, you should work with one of my artists. Like, I think you guys would do really well." So we got agreed into like a Facebook group chat together. We kind of hit it off pretty well. He was just like, "Hey, send us some." I think it was like that Friday too, because it was on. I remember it was on a Friday because like our buddy Malik was having a little kickback at his house, so we were like working on music at his house, and then from there I grabbed all my stuff, and then we went over there while we were like, it was like barely beginning the kickback started, so I was like working on the very first drop of Eclipse, and honestly I didn't think nothing much of it at the time. I thought it was cool, I thought it was decent. I was like, okay, maybe he'll fuck with it. He ended up liking it, and um the way it turned out like bigger than I ever expected it to be, honestly.
Yeah, right. I mean, Yellow Claw, they started opening all their sets with it for a minute, for like
Yeah,
a good year, I'd want to say.
and I was like, this song, this is the one y'all like. I mean, it's don't get me wrong. Like now, I've loved it so much because of like what it's done, and like it is a banger. But I never expected that song to blow up the way it did.
Yeah, I feel like we pushed that one out pretty quick too. Maybe that's why we thought that. But yeah, on top of that, the same year, we released a whole EP with them. It was our debut EP.
Yeah.
So I think that right there is like one of the first I think like big milestones we hit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it was our first EP, so it's just like, damn, like I don't know,
Yeah.
we're just from Fontana and shit. Like thinking that some people from Fontana could release on their like a big label like that is pretty crazy.
Yeah. And even just like the whole process of even trying to get on the label, it was like an emotional roller coaster. There was a lot of
Mhm.
ups. There's a lot of downs. I remember specifically the day uh Yellow Claw. Well, to be fair, like it wasn't Yellow Claw, it was their A&R. They we had sent them like a couple of songs. Like we're like, okay, this is something they'll like. And there was a lot of back and forth. Like I thought like, okay, maybe they'll sign it. And then we were literally like driving to EDC. It was like the Friday or Thursday, Friday of. And then we got an email from them in the morning because like they were from the Netherlands, so like that's their time to like be up, and they were just like, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna pass on these." And like, I wasn't with you. I was at Target like getting some stuff, but I personally, I was fucking heartbroken. I was like, "Damn!" Like we spent months working on these tracks, and we thought they were bangers, and I was like, honestly, I was so sad. Like though, like just on the drive there, and then but then Yellow Claw, I don't remember how because we gave it to the AR&R, but I think you sent it to them personally, right?
Yeah, cause I what happened was I think I sent it to everyone individually, and I think Jim, he reached out to us saying like, nah, this is good. We're going with this, something like that. I don't remember. I think it was like that.
Because they our song Vendetta, they fucking loved the song, like absolutely loved it. Like they were like blown away by it, and like nah, like oh, we want to sign this. And I remember because like originally the A&R guy was like, yeah, we're not going to pass on him, and then like an hour or two later after Jim like fuck with it, he's like, no, the guys want it, so we're gonna take another listen to it. And they out of those original four, they took which the what was called now Vendetta, and I think uh, Inception.
Probably.
I
I don't
think,
know. I don't remember exactly.
but it was two, so we had to write another two songs, and we were just fucking ecstatic because we got to our hotel at EDC. They were like, they immediately played it at their show, like they were playing it out like crazy. Like I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I remember you called me or something like that, and I was already in Vegas.
Yeah,
I was walking to a bar, or was it that they emailed us? It was either they emailed us saying everything was good to go, or that the whole gym situation. Because I remember you called me all hype and shit, because I didn't see it, because
yeah,
I was just chilling, walking around the strip,
yeah.
and then when I heard that shit, like I was just like, fuck yeah, dude, like fucking my heart was pumping, like,
Well,
cause
how did you feel like when, cause when like when you got like, cause it was like an email that they said that they're gonna pass on it.
well, yeah, I mean, just I guess the constant not rejection, but it's because it's like constant like feedback you get from people. So it's just like having to revisit, no matter how much time you put into it. It's just like draining. It's just like, damn, is this ever gonna work? But I mean, it did, and so when it did, it was just like it's all worth it. It's all finally happening, and no, I think the fact that like everyone knew how much it meant to us to like get on there,
Yeah, like
especially for ourselves, like.
yeah, when we all got to Vegas, we celebrated big time. Like it was like just like culmination of just like all the hard work we did.
Yeah, and that's just another reason why like EDC is so special to us because it was our first festival.
Yeah,
We find the news out EDC weekend when we're pretty much already over there, and then like so like that's why like that's always been like the top of the list right there is to play there. So
yeah. Oh, it's the main goal always.
yeah, so hopefully we get there soon. Pasquale, holla,
Please.
please. But yeah, dude, I mean, it's been a cool ride. We're like 7 years deep into this. I know we got a lot in store coming.
Yeah.
Uh,
And it's crazy because like we when we first started like going to festivals, because like I wasn't even trying to make music. I was because like we had talked earlier, we were in TV production classes, so I thought
mm,
I my mind was like, okay, I'll just be an editor because I was really good at editing. So I went to school with that with one of our other buddies, and like I thought that's just what I was gonna be. But literally after coming back from EDC, like I just stopped giving a fuck about school. I like, and it was a film school, so like a lot of times like we'd watch film theory, and I'd just be falling asleep in class. Or I just stopped caring less and less, and I just started caring more about going to shows, more about music, and then eventually I was just like, I'm done with college.
yeah, bro. I know. I went to Chaffey College. I think I don't know if whoever's from
Die.
the IE, pretty much you know what that is. It's like a community college out here. But yeah, I don't know. I literally I'll go to class and like I won't even freaking concentrate. I literally stop going, and for some reason they never like kicked me out of it. So like
They kicked me out because like I guess you have to like constantly like sign up because like I missed the initial semester signings,
yeah,
and so I didn't go for one semester like of the second year, and so like my mom was like handling like hassling me like go back to school, back to school. I'm like all right, whatever. So then I ended up having to drive back out there because like because I went on the website and they're like, yeah, like you're basically like dropped out. So I had to talk to the financial advisor to get back on, and it was a whole bunch of bullshit. And I was just like, you know what, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to go back to school. Like fuck all this.
yeah, bro. Lucky. I mean, shout out those teachers that didn't kick me out because if they kicked me out, I would have to pay back all that fast food money.
Fuck, dude, I gotta pay back like 9 grand. It's stupid.
Yeah, bro. Fucking thank the Lord. I went and spent that shit on hot pockets and fucking festival tickets.
You know what's fucked up? Like because most of that shit went to school, like only ever got like $200 back from like the FAFSA money. I was like, man, and then even then I just used this like on some random bullshit. Maybe it was like some festival tickets or something.
Yeah, I don't remember how many they gave me a couple thousand though for sure, and I only needed to spend like 60 to 120 on books.
Yeah,
So I was fucking set. I was big balling. But yeah, I think 2015. That's when we went to college, right? That's when you started.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's when we were going to college. 2015. I remember that damn, I was going through a tough time back then. I think it was like a breakup time.
Yeah,
Like I was on that fuck college vibes, and then like I remember after EDC, no, after Hard Summer, I couldn't afford to go to Nocturnal, and that's when my mom she actually bought me my tickets. So I was like, hell yeah! So
and honestly, I thank her because I to this day, like that 2015 Nocturnal is like one of the best festivals I have ever gone because of the vibes. Like it was just, I remember the first day it was just me and you, and like we
mm,
really got closer that day. And We like the whole days. It was just hanging out with all our homies. Like it's like the music was max. That's when we first saw Yellow Claws. When we first saw
Mm.
Flosstradamus. I gave a girl some ride on my shoulders. Like it was dope. Like I like to this day, it's one of my like top 5 festivals I've ever been to.
Yeah, the lineup was like A1.
It
Like,
was stacked. I like to this day, I've never seen a festival besides EDC's that stacked.
yeah, bro. Like, I think it was like their 20th anniversary, 25th, 20th, I think.
It was their 20th.
Yeah, it was huge. 3 days. I remember. It was at Glen Helen, and that's like my favorite venue of all of them. At
Same.
least the way they used it back then. Because
Yeah,
now
not
they use it in a smaller version.
yeah. It's kind of whack now, but like back then, like the whole amphitheater was fucking used. It was awesome.
Yeah, I remember. There was a lot of stories out of that venue, that's for sure. But
Yeah, we'll
it
talk
was
about those a
it was
little later.
no, it was actually the that same year. I think it was the last day. I remember we were driving in my mom's car.
Oh my god! So what happened was, so this was gonna pick me up from my house because he used to drive in this little Suzuki car. I fucking love that car. That car was the homie
Well,
mobile.
it wasn't little; it was an SUV. But yeah,
But yeah, but it was dope as fuck. We would always go rides in it. So he's like, yeah, I'll pick you up. I'm like, all right, cool. And then from there, we're gonna pick up our other homies at the time. And so what happened was, so he picks me up, and I lived in some mobile homes. And at the time, there was only one speed bump. So we're already we weren't running late, but we weren't even running late. We were just trying to get there already. So he
yeah.
picks me up, and he like goes super fast into the street, and he slant. No, no, no.
It was a train tracks.
No, no. It was a train track. That's right. He leaves there, and then from there we're going to our other buddy's house. There's this road with these train tracks, and he goes. He's already going like he's already smashing it, and then he goes boom,
Yeah,
and he fucked up the car. The car would not run after that.
yeah. It's because there's some train tracks that are like more flat. I don't know. I guess I must have misread it,
Yeah,
but yeah. Once we hit, I mean, it didn't get like totaled or anything, but it for sure was not running no more.
yeah,
So I remember it was already like the golden hour, like the tail end of the golden hour. We're like, fuck, man. I like to go early because we like the early DJs too.
yeah.
So I think after that happened, we pushed the car back to my friend's, the closest friend's house, and we just left it there for the night. And then how did we get to the event? Oh, he took
His dad let us borrow the car.
yeah, his dad let him borrow the car, and then from there we went in, snuck. Well, I don't even know if I should say, it, but yeah, we all got in pretty much, and it ended up being a fucking great ass night. It was
Yeah, it
probably
was awesome, man. The vibes were crazy. We were just like raging the whole night, like, cause we're like, it was kind of a mission getting back to his homie sites. Although there was at one point where like we were like rolling down a downhill, so we're all just on the car just riding
yeah, holding
around.
onto the rail and just
It was so fun, man. I fucking love that day.
yeah. I think we could make a movie out of that one day.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. Rage used to be different. Oh, speaking of, at that event, I remember there's some crazy ass stories. People were getting booked up, but there was this one girl. She was like super rolling hard and just like grinding on some dude, and like her whole ass fucking shirt was hanging off and shit. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, and I remember like at EDC, like I'll be seeing like girls getting fingers. I don't know. That's pretty weird out there.
shout outs to them because we're friends with them now.
But yeah, I think now that we're getting older though, it's been a little.
Stale. Not stale. It's just like the vibes are different.
Yeah, I think like so we used to go all the way in the front rail, just be vibing, jumping up and down, all that yada yada. And now I'd be having back problems. I can't even stand up the whole damn event.
Fucking facts.
And I'll be freaking
We we
kneeling.
we be taking the leaves instead of
Yeah,
like fucking Molly and ecstasy. I'm like, let me get two of those pills.
yeah, them ibuprofens. Yeah, dude. Like I think once you hit like 25, it's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I don't know. We're just grinding out. Hopefully, we start getting all access passes to every event. It's pretty cool. I remember when we played Gold Rush, like just seeing the whole vibe back there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, they gave us food, they gave us free drinks, they gave us the rider that we requested.
Yeah, Relentless Beats, besides Insomniac, like they do it right over there. Like they're top notch. I love those guys.
Yeah, if you guys ever had the chance or you're from Arizona, be sure to hit it out there. Um, I think they're probably like the second biggest in the country, probably, or Ultra. I guess you could consider them one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think EDM in general, it's been on the rise lately. It's for sure like being more popularized.
Yeah, it's for sure more mainstream now. Like even more of like the bigger artists, they incorporate more EDM styles and stuff. Which I mean, it's cool. Like it's giving like more like ears to people. They don't really fuck with EDM, like get introduced, but at the same time, It's also all bringing a lot of more dickheads into the scene.
Yeah, if you're going to fucking race, stop being a dickhead. Stop shoving your way through. Say excuse me. I promise I'll take you a long way.
And to the motherfucker that stole my phone at Beyond, fuck you, you're a bitch. I'm still paying that shit off.
Yeah, the phone thieves has gone crazy lately, dude. Like that's why if you go to Raise, like I recommend it to all my friends. It's like a little strap. You attach it to your phone, and you just attach it to your either your fanny pack or your clothes, whatever. Make sure you buy one of those. I mean, I've freaking gone through. I've gone through a lot of shit wearing that, and it's still stuck on my pants.
Yeah, it's for sure. Like you would need it. Like it's just dumb not to like just bring your phone along. Because I can't count how many times people have told me, "Oh, I lost my phone. I lost your phone. Your girl sister lost her phone at last year's EDC." I'm like,
Yeah, everyone's losing their damn
oh,
phones at Raves. I'm surprised I haven't. I almost did actually. It was EDC 2016 when I lost my phone because I was like drunk as hell.
oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
No, but you had somebody else's phone too,
yeah. I
right?
had someone else's phone. Like literally I lost everyone. Like I had a phone. I had a phone in my pocket, but it wasn't mine. It was someone else's, like some strangers.
Yeah,
And then I didn't have mine, and it was already like the sun was already up because it was already at the end of the event, and I was just trying to find everyone, and the phone kept ringing. But I was like, man, low key, I was like, I'm not about to get this phone back if I lost mine. And then I get to the car. I'm just like, they keep calling and calling. So I'm like, fuck, man, all right, I'm gonna just do the right thing.
yeah.
And I did it, and thankfully it was some nice people. I told them to meet me at the hotel. They met me at the hotel, and when they're there, they're like, "Do you want me to help you find yours?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And
Oh yeah, I
so
remember they went inside the room and they
yeah,
showed us like the Find My Apple
the
thing.
find my iPhone. I signed in, and coincidentally, it's so fucking weird. Like it ended up being at the hotel they were staying at, but not in their room. It was showing that area.
Yeah, didn't they give you like a ride too, right? Or no? Or did we drive there?
I don't remember. I don't remember that, but I tried texting because you could text your phone or whatever from the Find My iPhone thing.
Yeah,
Oh no, I tried calling and they were ignoring it. This is how I know they were not trying to fucking give me my phone back. They were ignoring it, and then I sent a long message like a threat. And I was like, "You
yeah.
better fucking give me my phone, motherfucker." But yeah. So they finally responded. They're like, "All right, come meet me here, yada yada." So we went to go meet, and
Fuck.
the bitch had the audacity. She was like, "What's the code?" Like, "Fool, give me my fucking phone."
Like, how else would we meet up? Like, the dumb bitch.
Yeah, you think I'm trying to go get some random ass phone? Like, how do I have to find my iPhone signed in? Like,
People are
whatever.
shady. Like, I mean, I remember I found a phone at last year's hard, and I like they were calling me. Like, I was trying to answer the call, but the noise was too much. So I texted it off the phone. I was like, hey, I'm gonna turn your phone in lost and found, like, because they were kind of annoying me.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, dude, like if you find phones, don't even try to find the owner. Like just go give it to lost and found.
Yeah,
Everyone that's coming in lately, it's just been pretty negative vibes. That's another reason why I kind of just don't enjoy being in the crowd as much. We still have our good times here and there, but
like between us.
yeah, you got to be like all freaking securityed out, freaking.
Yeah, it's rare when we're like we're vibing and then like there's another group behind us and we vibe together with them. But when you do, like it's fucking awesome because of how little we get to see that now. So I really do appreciate that more. But most of the time, it's just between our friends and us.
Yeah, bro. And I remember, oh, fuck, dude, I feel so bad because it was the last EDC. There was this, like, I went to the medical tent with my friend because he was like drunk as hell, couldn't even stand, was vomiting, all that. So we went in there, and I was just there holding, like, watching him, just sitting, waiting for him to sober up. And there was this like, all right, so I'm not trying to be racist. I don't know what type of Asian, but it was an Asian girl, and so she couldn't speak English. That's why I have to bring that up. She couldn't speak English. She was next to me, she was just acting like a zombie almost. Like she was being crazy.
Yeah.
And there was a girl next to her. I think it was a girl. Yeah, it was a girl next to her, just holding her like tight as hell, like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girl, she kept like trying to like scratch at my arm or something.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I look at her, she'll look at me in my eyes and just doing like some weird stuff with her mouth. So I was just like, all right,
Damn, she's fucking on one.
she's just fucked up or something. But then the girl that was holding her, she walked up and left for a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, and the girl was like getting my attention again because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not paying attention to her. I'm just looking straight, like holding him, making sure he's cool.
Yeah.
And then she keeps scratching at me. I finally look, and she's being normal, but she doesn't know like what to say because she doesn't know English.
Yeah.
But she's basically calling for help, and I was just like, "Fuck, is she fucked up or what?" And then the girl comes back, and she starts doing it again, like being all weird, like zombie, like doing like all this weird stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, I need someone to help me, but she kept scratching at my arm, and the other girl, she'll look to see if I'm looking at her.
Yeah.
And so I would kind of try to be low key about it, and then like the girl would be looking at me low key, and she's trying to call my attention. I'm like, all right, yeah, for sure, this girl, there's something wrong with this girl, because she was being normal once the other girl left.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, so I don't, but it's just like, what could have been happening at the time? I don't even know. Is like, is the girl like being kidnapped or something, or
Yeah.
she,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. So I felt bad. I kind of didn't want to intervene because I don't know. Like,
Mhm.
what if I'm fucking a dickhead and like I'm like, give me the fucking girl. Like, what
Yeah.
am I supposed to do? Or I don't know. But I made sure to, when I was leaving, to tell the people or whatever to
Yeah.
just keep an eye on that situation. We left. I was
Mhm.
gonna come back once I dropped my friend off on the bleachers. I was
Yeah.
gonna come back and check to see if the girl was still there, and unfortunately she wasn't. But I mean, hopefully everything was all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. People be crazy, man. Did I ever tell you guys that story though?
No, I remember meeting up with you guys and you were just hot because like you just had to go to the medical tent. And
Yeah, bro. I mean, fucking, who was it? Forby. I think he played our song early as hell too.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was just trying to be there for that moment, but it's all good. Hopefully, we got a lot of our music played out over there.
Yeah.
I think every year we've been seeing it lately, or yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed too is like the undergrounds are on the come up right now.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people are like they didn't get to experience it. So now that people are like, hey, let's just like tone it back down. There's a bunch of them like right now in LA, like specific for all kind of genres, techno, housey, dubstep. Like there's like all kinds of undergrounds, and from the ones we've been to, like they've been dope. Like the vibes have been cool. Like it's dope music, and like it's like super late and like just super warehousey vibes. So I've had a great time.
Yeah, I have a feeling it comes from when COVID happened, and like they just kept it going ever since then.
Yeah.
Because once COVID happened, like undergrounds were like they're going off, and even like just house parties in general.
Yeah, we were starved. Like people were just starving just for like interaction and stuff. Like I
Yeah.
remember we went to like that underground desert rave.
Oh yeah, that shit was whack
Yeah, it
though.
was whack, but like it was peak COVID, and like we just like there were no events,
Yeah, you
and
just
so
gotta
like
do something.
yeah, and we went, and so we made the most of it, but it was whack. I'm not lying.
Yeah, the warehouse events have been going off though lately.
Yeah.
I think a lot of bigger DJs. I don't know if they're allowed to tell people or whatever, but they've been playing like the smaller events lately.
Hmm.
I mean, shit, I can't wait. I mean, I'm ready to play some too. Shit.
Yeah.
So if you got underground, hit us up.
We'll play for
Um,
free.
play for a bag of chips. Speaking of chips,
Oh my god.
yeah. I remember in high school I used to sell chips. I was a chip guy. I would take like a big old duffel bag filled with chips, and I would even like start putting new shit. Like I found connects to
This
the big bags, the fucking little bags, but like
this
the
wa- this
premium
this
shit.
dude was the plug, bro. Like he made so much money, like carrying around a duffel bag. And did you ever get it taken away?
No, no, actually no. All the teachers that knew I was selling, they were buying off
Because it
me.
was funny because I think if I recall, I think you're one of the first ones to do it, and then you stopped doing it, and then other people started doing it, but they all
Yeah.
were getting caught up at that point.
I don't know if I was the first, but I think I seen a couple of basketball players, or maybe they're lying, but I think I've seen a couple people doing it before, but they for sure were not doing it like me. Like they kept it to the bare minimum, the basics.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, when I go in on something for some reason, I just fucking take it crazy. Like I go crazy with it. So I had a duffel bag, like that shit would be like I would not even be able to fit all the product. I would have like some premium chips, because usually they sell boxes of chips, like the small ones in the
Hmm.
stores. But I would go to a warehouse and they'll give me big boxes of like chips that no one's selling, even the big ones. I'll sell them for like $2, $5, and I started stocking up stuff from the 99-cent store.
Hmm.
I would put like little slim Gatorades, sell them for like $1.50, $2.
And mind you, like this fool was selling like hotcakes because like I would like meet up with him by like maybe like third or fourth period, and this fool barely have shit. Like he was
Yeah,
like this shit was all that's most of that shit was gone by lunch. Like
yeah, definitely. I think lunch is where I'll get rid of the scraps, or I'll fucking just start eating them.
yeah.
Yeah, but I remember that same motherfucker that was talking shit about you. He would be buying chips off me on my phone. I'm gonna report your ass.
Fuck you.
Get you fired, Mr. Kirby. Fuck.
That fuck, fat fuck. Oh my god, that motherfucker has a fucking fupa and he's a dude.
My boy would bring out. He had a fridge filled with fucking 2 liters of Mountain Dew and shit. And he'll be pouring in his big gulp cup.
Yeah.
I'm like, my boy, you only got a year left in you. You better chill. Since we were talking about it earlier, what got you into EDM? Like what was the song, or What was what? Where were you at? Type shit like in life.
Well, my at least my journey to EDM was a little weird because so I lived in a different city at the time. I lived in San Bernardino,
Mm.
and then I had to move to Fontana for starting from my freshman year when I went to AB. So I didn't know anybody there. Like I remember I was being like a super loner. Like I didn't eat. I was eating by myself like the whole first week of school. But then
That's depressing.
one yeah, honestly, I was actually super sad
Wait, what
about it.
grade did you say?
Ninth grade.
Oh yeah. Well, I was a loner in senior year, but whatever.
Yeah, it was just weird. But one of my old buddies, I was cool, super close with, he went to a different high school. And so he was like getting super into the EDM scene, like on MySpace. He was like you know how you remember you said you could play like all the music that you were into on your
Mm.
page. So I was listening to that, and he was talking about he'd always go to house parties. He looked like a fucking like those dudes from Jersey Shore. I'm like, I mean, I never got into the look, but I was like, I started kind of liking with the music, and I started following a bunch of like people like from high school, and then like house parties were big, super big in Fontana back in the day. And I remember just from there, like just getting into EDM off of that, just because it's just like that's how I met a lot of cool people from like the house, just from going to house parties and like talking to people in class about EDM and stuff. But that's how I got into it. But then I got out of it, then I got back into it.
So freshman year was like when you first started or something, or
Yeah, I mean it was funny because like I I was listening to all the Malaysian stuff, but then like I got into Cascade and Afrojack, and then I started getting into like big trance. Like I was a big trance head when I started getting into. I was listening to Above and Beyond, Ferry Corsten, Armin van Buuren, and at the time these motherfuckers were like big. They're cool. They're still big now, but these motherfuckers were like god tier back in the day because
yeah.
that's what people were fucking with.
I know they'd be on every lineup. That's the part that pisses me off. Is like by the time I started raving, like I caught the tail end of like all those like the European dudes.
And no,
Like
I was saying because like if you look at the old like festival lineups, like it was like all the European dudes.
yeah, it's like the stuff I was growing up on. It's like they're all gone now, or
Yeah.
they're not playing out here in the states as much. Do you have like a specific song that got you into it or anything,
Um,
or was it a specific artist or?
no, not really. Like I can't remember a specific song, but there is this one song that always like pops into my head. That like just always makes me think of that time. It was called I think it was called Tonight by Felguk.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Is that the one that goes like fucking?
Tonight, you know, anybody partying?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I that's the song I always think of like when I think about those days back then.
Yeah. So you'd say like trance or
Nah, that was more of like
no, not that song specifically, but like your shit. What was your shit like?
it was weird. So I was big. I was fucking with everything. I was listening to trance. I was listening to old dubstep, like Datsik
Yeah.
before like all the news shit came out. Like honestly, that was my dude. I was super sad when all the news came out about him because like I preferred him over Excision like growing up, and I was just like, yeah, like when he fell off, I was super sad because like damn bro, like I used to look up to you and like that you would do that shit.
Something with these dubstep fools, whatever.
I mean, I think it's just like when because you know like most of the most not even just dubs it's just most like like DJs in general like they're like computer nerds and stuff, and so like
Yeah.
they never really had like social interactions of like, and so when they finally like getting big off their music and stuff now they just don't know how to act. They don't have
Facts.
common sense.
Yeah, that's facts. Um, I'd say for me when I started, I know I'd been listening to it since middle school. It was probably like 2009. I know I heard stuff before that, like hardstyle and everything, but like I didn't fully get into EDM. Like it wasn't like a daily thing
Yeah.
till like 2009. I think it was like in eighth grade.
No, same, because I think I remember my cousin, she showed me like Showtech because she
Mm.
was into it. It was that one song everybody knows. Like I was like, damn,
Yeah,
this song goes in
yeah.
hard.
For me, it was DJ Isaac or Donkey Rollers.
Damn, that's a song. That's a throwback.
Yeah, yeah, those fools like I don't know. Hardstyle was just into like I was into it a lot, and even like just like the old European stuff or like the 80s and 90s stuff.
Yeah, like nine at the Roxbury shit.
Yeah, Night of the Roxbury or like that blue dabadi like that one
Yeah.
or fucking just pretty much all that. Like I think that had all been like stuck with me, and I liked it, and I didn't realize it until like I got like fully into the EDM stuff.
But didn't your dad used to like be a DJ back in the day?
No, I don't think it was DJ. He was like in a dance crew or
He was in
whatever.
dance crew, right?
Yeah, which I started. Well, not, I kind of did my own thing too, the shuffling stuff, We had our own shuffle crew and all that.
One of the biggest shuffle screws in the whole IE.
Yeah, SOS. Yeah, I know that. We'll talk about that in another episode.
Yeah.
I think it was in 2009, like middle school for sure, when I started getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, I was a big on Dirty Dutch, hardstyle, dubstep, like the weird stuff. Like who was that fool? Oh, that Starry Eyed remix, the Jack Wob. That one was like
Damn.
my first like dubstep love, and from there it was like Take Over Control. That was a song for me by
I had
Afrojack.
that song was on repeat freshman year. Like I was listening to it constantly.
Yeah, I know people are probably tired of hearing that shit when I play it, but whatever. That shit is right here.
Yeah.
But so I just hope that when we meet Afrojack, he's not an asshole, because that right there will break my fucking heart.
I mean, he kind of fucking he went in. We'll talk about it a different day, but he went in on us this one time.
No, he went on you.
Yeah, fucking dickhead.
Nah,
It was all jokes though.
yeah, it was jokes. It wasn't nothing crazy. I think talking about Take Over Control, how that was to me. Do you have like a song you'd introduce someone into EDM?
Well, there's kind of two because there's one that I always think of, and it was Eyes by Cascade, because that's one of the songs that I was listening to constantly on repeat back in the day.
Mm.
But another one, and this is a weird one because this is a song that got me back into EDM, because like I listened to it till like freshman and sophomore year, and then I kind of just got off of it. I was back into my super rock scene, because that's what I used to listen to before EDM and just like hip hop. And then senior year, my cousin Alex, he's the one, like because I showed him EDM and he never stopped. And
Yeah.
so he showed me like Alive by Cruella.
Oh, okay.
And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, who are these girls? Yeah, so I mean, like, I would probably show them like Alive by Cruella, because I fucking love those girls.
Alive by Cruella. Yeah, I think I have like two songs depending on like the person who they are.
Mm-hmm.
If they're more into like rap and hip hop and party type stuff, I'll for sure show them like some Valentino Khan 4B stuff. Kind of like a mesh of like kind of like hip hop beats
Yeah.
or like remixes, stuff like that. Um but if I have a feeling that they'll get deep into like EDM, I for sure like to show them stuff like Cascade and kind of like the golden era of EDM stuff.
Yeah,
It's like Swedish House Mafia, whatever. Maybe Disarm You or something like that.
that's a good one.
Kind of something that gets you like happy feeling.
Yeah, he primo about that.
All right, well, I think we're gonna close off this show. Something we're gonna do every episode is we're gonna spin this wheel right here. Let's show it to you guys. Whoops. So yeah, we're gonna be spinning this wheel right here. It doesn't have anything on it yet because this episode specifically we already picked one. We're gonna do um we're gonna list off 5 songs of every genre. We're gonna spin the wheel, pick the genre. We're gonna and then we're gonna each bring 5 songs that of that genre that we just want to highlight for the week.
Yeah.
And then so this next week's episode we're gonna do Woof Logik original music. Just because I don't know, show you guys what we've made if you haven't heard of us yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so this isn't gonna be a weekly podcast. Maybe one day it will be. We'll see how it all grows. We're just starting off. But
Just getting our feet wet with it.
yeah, so we're gonna do bi-weekly. One week we're gonna do a podcast. The next week we're gonna do a DJing live stream of that genre that we spun. And then we're also gonna bring for the next episode of the podcast, we're gonna bring our top 5 songs for that genre specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of picking a genre this week, like I said, we're gonna do the Wolf Logic music. And yeah, so next week, I think the same day, Monday, we'll try out. And maybe like around 6 p.m. we'll give you guys a live stream, and then we'll go from there. It's gonna be called Off the Web, so we're going off the web for that. So to kick it off, we're gonna list off our 5 Wolf Logic songs. So go ahead.
When he asked me to do this yesterday, I was like, all right, that's cool. You know, I'll listen to them at work. It was really hard. It was really freaking hard to pick these 5. Well, for sure, I already have 3 of them, but the next 2 are really hard because there are so many songs I just love. But it came down to, and then in no particular order, like one is a Vendetta, because that's a song that got us on Barong. There was just a lot of emotional things. It was, and it's a cool song. I can listen to it from front to start without like, well, I feel like, damn, we should have did this differently, or we should have done that. Like, I think the song's great. Metro, because I think that song, me and we just had like so much fun making it. Like I wrote the vocals on it. You said the vocals like we were on our house vibes. Like, and it's just like when I was into it, like it brought a smile to my face because it's like just a fun ass song. It's a
I
fun
think that was the first time we used a microphone.
that too. So like we didn't even know how the fuck like to do vocal processing or anything. Shout out Rave for helping us.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's one. And then number three for me would probably be Teleport, because when I was listening to that song, like I was like, damn, this song was great. Like I
Especially
like
for its time back then.
yeah, like we really did like a really good job on it. It brought like basically like my top five brought like are the songs that bring a smile to my face.
Hmm.
And then number four would probably be our collab with Makla,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nightcrawler,
Nightcrawler. Yeah, that one's.
because that song is just it's just super vibey, super party, and like it's just, like it's a I don't ever really get tired of it.
Yeah, low key, that's the underrated one right there.
Yeah,
Like I don't really hear people bring that one up, but I know everyone fucks with it, especially like because it's like a housey vibe, but it's like
yeah.
a dark house. So
And
it's,
then and Boombox Cartel played it because like we made that song peak COVID, and I guess Makla must have gave it to him somehow, but he played it on one of his live streams when he
yeah,
was
and
doing that.
gesture too for the
Oh yeah,
Insomniac live stream.
I forgot about that. So I mean, people were fucking with it. I'm sure if like if it got released like when we didn't have COVID anymore, like it'd be played out more.
Hmm.
And then number five is one of my more recent ones, Bouncing Betty. It's just super high energy. Like I'll listen to it randomly. Just like we did such a good job on this song. Like it's like from start to finish. It's like it's just a banger.
Yeah. So what were the five again? Recap.
Vendetta,
Mm,
Teleport, Metro, Nightcrawler, and Bouncing Betty.
sick, sick. Yeah, all solid. I think my or so I had first is Whammy because that one's like
Yeah, that was one I wanted to put in there, but cause like it's such a
yeah,
good
that one right there is a sleeper, dude. Like it's another one like it was a part of the Barong Family EP, and I feel like it didn't get the recognition that I was.
I feel if we had gone with the original way we had it,
Hmm.
it would have gone a lot better because they asked us to do some changes to it, and we're kind of on the hesitance, but they're like, nah, if you people want to play the song, you're gonna because like there's a BPM switch in the second drop from 130 to 150, and so like if you hear that version, and maybe we'll put it out one day, who knows?
And maybe on like a Patreon in the future or something.
Yeah, but like it just changes this like the complete vibe of the song. It's such a banger.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I really loved how it went from 130 to 150 because they're both their own like personality
Yeah,
and we played it at a Gold Rush and that shit went off the
it went
second the
off.
when it transitioned up.
Yeah.
Like it literally brought the whole energy level up. Like that shit was crazy. But yeah, I love that one, like the whole plucky sound. And then the second one I'll say is Death Feign because that one is just like I don't know, that's like peak like my favorite type of style of music. It's just like
No, for sure. And then plus when 4B played it, which was crazy because we didn't even think he was gonna even do that.
yeah, and another DJ that played it damn near like their opening song because Yellow Claw opened with the other one,
Yeah.
and they played it like their second song at EDC, and that was just like a whole like mood shit. Like
It was
it was kind of weird because they played like a trap song, and then they went into that, and it was just
yeah,
like boom,
it was just
boom,
weird,
boom,
but it
boom.
was cool. I remember I was in the stands. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck, Mikey?"
Yeah, yeah, dude, that one. I just love like the party vibe stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a club banger. And then third, I want to say is Nuke. Yeah, Nuke
Nuke.
because it has like a super weird like alien sound to it.
Yeah.
That's another one on the Bronx Family EP. And then four, I'll go with Kyra because it's like a Jersey club. It's like a club.
Yeah,
Like I said, I love club
and
shit.
it's a weird one too. It's like super because we chopped up the vocals. It's like
Mhm.
we never really done any songs with like just vocals, so it was like a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, I think coming up when we first started, it was like vocal chopping was big. And
Mhm.
like I don't know, it's just always stuck with me like vocal chopping stuff or just club type bangers because like I started off as like a open format DJ, so like I
Yeah.
played everything. So like I don't know, I just love it all. But yeah, that's like the perfect mesh of like club and EDM. And then fifth, I want to say Cabin Fever, the one that we debuted with, like our first ever release, Cabin Fever.
Yeah.
Like I feel like for what we knew at the time, like we really did a good ass job with that one.
Honestly,
And no one really, no one
then
ever talks about like the second drop as much. Like
no.
because the thing is with first and second drops is people like hear the first drop and they assume it's copy and paste, or like they don't have the attention span to listen to the whole thing. But I feel like I love the club style on the first drop, and then the second drop is like a weird ass fucking crazy like
Tr-
bass sounds and all
Yeah,
that.
and like you like it was like so weird because that specific song it was like for what we had known at the time, it was like super peak creativity. Like even like the way the first drop went, like because you're the one that started off and we finished it together, and then it was just like four on the floor and the floor, and then it was just no, it was like a 1 2 3 4, and then four on the floor.
Yeah.
And I was like at the time, I don't think anybody was. I've heard a couple songs do it now, but like at the time, I didn't remember any other song was doing that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my top five. It was a Whammy, Death Feign, Nuke, and what was the fourth one I said? I said Kyra.
Kyra.
Kyra, and then Cabin Fever. So like they're all spread out from beginning of production to literally as recent as Death Feign, which was
Yeah.
last year. So it's like I just feel like no matter what, like there's just hits every fucking year.
Yeah, it was like I'm not gonna lie, it was actually hard like picking these top five.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
there's like some ones I wanted to put in, like the one we did with Bad Mood, and I think it was called Infinity.
Infinity.
That one was really fun.
Or
Virus,
Parasite. I wanted to
Parasite,
put Senses in there.
Senses too. Senses was super close because it just like it hits. Like it was like like
Yeah.
it was really hard to like to pick these. And then Bowling Night, there were a couple of songs where I'm like, damn, why the fuck did we put this shit out? This shit is
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah, especially some of like our older like bootlegs or flips, like
Yeah.
because I don't know what was happening, but like we didn't really master that well with those or whatever. Get them
No.
mastered.
It's weird. Like we have such an easy time making originals, but when it comes to like remixes or bootlegs, it comes it comes to us hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we have the ideas. It's just like more about executing because we always think of like, oh, we should remix the song. We should remix the songs, and we want to, and then when it comes down to do it, it's just like, fuck, how do we do this?
Yeah, exactly. And it sucks you can't put it on Spotify or Apple Music.
Yeah,
or
that
anything like
too.
Yeah, well, I think that's it. You know, we listed our top fives. We're gonna be back in 2 more weeks. Be sure to check out the live stream. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Woof Logik, WOOFLOGIK for the
Oh,
people
do you
that don't know.
remember the thing we used to do? Like, remember that
Oh
little
yeah,
chat?
WOOFLOGIK. That was like on some Dimitri Vegas like Mike shit
Yeah.
right there, because like we're really big on Big Room back then. So yeah, I remember we first started off when we came out with that. But yeah, follow us on all our socials. I'll be sure to list any type of link in our bio. We're gonna be going live streaming on Twitch, Facebook, all the social platforms.
Mhm.
Follow well when we started, you could start following us on Maple Alley. That's what our YouTube is gonna be called, our other one.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for those videos. I think you'll like those a lot.
And then yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. I think that's it. Do you got anything else you want to say?
Like whenever we put out for the social, that's why don't you tell us like what kind of song you would show someone, like what kind of first EDM song you would show that? I think that would be cool to hear your guys' ideas.
Yeah, comment for sure, or yeah, leave a comment of what song got you into EDM, what genre, what you would show your friends, whatever, or if you got any crazy EDC stories, because I think we listed like probably 3 of them or whatever.
Yeah, and we still have a lot more. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have so many. Like you'll hear them throughout the series.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're going to EDC, we're going this year, so
Yes, come say hi.
yeah, come say hi. Catch us. We'll link up if you want to meet up. You know, but yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All
have a
right,
good one.
cool. We'll catch you guys next time. See y'all. Peace.
Laters.